In this video, we're talking all about Mailchimp email templates. So let's get started. If you're unfamiliar with templating in Mailchimp, you might be asking, what the heck is a template? Well, an email template is basically a pre-designed email with some structure and some formatting, some style, and maybe some content that you apply to an email that you want to send out. And here are two reasons why I think creating email templates for your email marketing purposes is useful. The first one is consistency. By creating a set of templates for all of your emails, you can ensure your style and branding are consistent across all email communications. That consistency can build trust with your audience and make your brand more recognizable. Number two, time saving. Writing individual emails from scratch every time you want to send an email can be incredibly time consuming. So creating templates can streamline the process, allowing you to save time and focus on other vital tasks like creating the content of your email itself. So now that you know what an email template is and a couple of reasons why they are useful in your email marketing efforts, let's go and create an email template in Mailchimp. So I've logged into my Mailchimp account. I'm on my test audience, and there are two ways in which you can get to create an email template. The first way is to click the Create button, and if you click on Email, you'll see here Template. So that's one way to do it. The other way is to go back and mouse over your admin menu here, scroll down to under Content, and click on Email Templates there. And that's what we'll do. And as you can see here, I have no templates. Now, since I don't have any templates, I will click on the Create Template button. But before I do that, I just want you to know that I am using the new beta email builder in Mailchimp. So my templates will look different than yours if you are using the classic builder. Virtually, it's the same process. We're going to be using blocks to build out our template. We're going to stylize it, format it, and you can do the same in Classic that you can do in the new email builder. So let's click on Create Template button. So immediately we get the prompt from Mailchimp that says, hey, why don't you start from a template that we have? I'm just going to scroll down here and see what we have available. So it depends on what you want your style to look like, what you want your brand to look like when you start building out these templates. Also, they have some other ones for weekly newsletter, advertising app. So they have a variety of different things here. So let's select this welcome newsletter template to start to build our own customization on. We're going to name this template. Let's be generic and call it new template and click on save. Now automatically it's going to pre-fill in some of my default things that I have connected to my account, like my logo. The purpose of our template here in this case is going to be a welcome template. We're going to be reusing this for customers and clients and anyone else that's in our audience. Whenever they sign up, they're going to get a welcome email. That welcome email will be based on this template. So the first thing I want to do is click on this image up here, and we want to replace that. So I can go to Browse Images, and I can click on this image here that I've uploaded and click Insert. And that's going to be kind of our color theme here. This is going to be our style. So the other thing that we want to do is reformat our logo. So in the logo, I think the size might be a little too big, so we'll bring that down a little bit. The other thing that we want to do is we want to add in a link to our website. And we also want to add in alternative text, also known as an alt tag. In case the image does not display by default, or maybe it's a screen reader, we want to have some alternative text in there that talks about what that image is. So in this case, we'll say logo for strategic marketing solutions. Now, we could go in and change the block background here, but I want to get out of the logo here and go into styles. Under the styles tab is where we can change globally what we want to do for this template versus block by block. We have this thing over here called body color. Well, we don't want to have this lovely brown color. We want to have something a little bit more neutral. So let's go with this dark color here. Well, maybe this one would be better. I want to have something that will match with our image, and we'll click done. The other thing that you can do here is you can set the style for your text and heading. So the text, I like to have it around 16 Left align is fine. Line height, I think it looks fine. So you can select what type of font style you want that works best for you. We can take a look at what it looks like on mobile and make any further adjustments on the mobile version versus the desktop version. For this text here, where it says welcome to our real estate newsletter, we're going to say welcome to our community. Now to add an image here, if you want to add any additional images to your template, you just drag over the block here. And let's say we want to add another image here. We'll click add, we'll click browse. We could do this welcome image here and click insert. We might want to put that below, so we can just drag that down below our logo. And then finally, our logo will need to be centered. So we can just center that, and we'll have to take off some of this padding here. I'll take 20 here and take 0 on that on the left, and that looks good. So we don't necessarily need to have this text in here because it's just a placeholder for the actual text we're going to be putting into our email. Because again, this is a template, not an email. So instead of that text that came with our template, we can just put in something that will be a placeholder. Literally, this is a placeholder. Below our placeholder text, we have another block here called social. And in the social block, we can add in links to our social media. I'm just going to leave that as it is right now. And the last thing I'll do here at the very bottom is I will delete this other extra logo because we do not need it. The last step is to make sure that all of your footer information is there, including updating your preferences, the unsubscribe link, and your mailing address. You want to be in compliance with Mailchimp and with the CAN-SPAM laws that are applicable in your country. Our next step is to preview our template. So we'll click on the preview button here at the top, open up a new window where we can take a look at how it looks in desktop and the mobile version. Once we're happy with the way it looks, we'll click the X. And if we click on the down arrow next to the button that says Save Template and Exit, we can send a test email to ourselves or other stakeholders. But for now, we'll click on Save Template and Exit. So now that we've created our template, now what do we do? Well, we're going to be using this template to welcome anyone that's new to our audience list. So what we can do here is we can go over to Create and then click on Automations and then click on Get Started. We'll select Choose from Pre-Built Journey and we'll scroll down here and it's the first one here called Welcome New Contacts. So we'll click that. And as it displays here, we need a paid Mailchimp plan, which I have. I have an audience as well. And contact signs up to this audience will immediately start to send out a welcome email. That sounds perfect. So let's click on Use This Journey. We're going to select the same audience that our template was created in, which is our test audience, and click Continue. So as a contact signs up to test, we'll send an email. So let's click on Create an Email and we'll do the to from is fine. Subject line, we're here to help you get started. Maybe we can just say, welcome to the community. Let's get you started. There we go. Click Save. Every day as soon as possible. I do have Google Analytics tracking on. And then we want to click on Select a Template. And we go over to, instead of using the Mailchimp templates, we can click on Saved Templates. And here is our saved template. So we'll click Apply. And then what we want to do is we want to change out just this part here because everything else has been already formatted for us. So rather than having to create an email from scratch, all we need to do is create the welcome message. And let's select our AI tool here. And let's click on Welcome. Welcome to our email marketing community. And we can select our tone, authentic, friendly, excited, or grateful. Let's try excited and let's see what AI comes up with. So we'll highlight that text and we'll click inside our box here and click paste. And Mailchimp is warning me that this is too long. So obviously you want to tweak this a little bit because it is AI, you want to put your spin on it. But since this is just a demo, I just wanted to try it out. We're going to click on Save and Return to our journey. And Mailchimp is warning me that I am using content generation and that I'm responsible for my email content. So click on Save and Return. So we've got anyone who signs up to our test audience will automatically get this welcome email based on our email template. Our last step here is to turn on our journey. Sometimes I forget that step as well. Hopefully this video has helped you understand a little bit more about email templates, what they are, why should you use them, and how to create them. If you have any questions about email templates or Mailchimp in general, post them in the comments below. I'm happy to help any way I can. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.